First, the highlights. Lagos State Government reaffirms a commitment to inclusive, sustainable food systems. Federal government launches data-driven reform to clean up civil service records. On the fronts, China and United States seek to avert tariff clash with renewed negotiations. In sport, CAF announces Super Falcons captain and goalkeeper others for 2025 awards. Now, the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Government has reiterated its commitment to inclusive collaboration, innovation and community participation towards achieving sustainable food systems and a brighter future for all residents. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu made this known at the grand finale of the year 2025 World Food Day celebration. The governor, who was represented by the secretary to the state government, Bimbola Saluhonde, emphasized that achieving food security and building a resilient future require shared responsibility among government, the private sector, development partners, and citizens. He reaffirmed the state's government's unwavering commitment to promoting better production, better nutrition, and better living in line with the global theme, hand in hand for better food and a better future. Sanwo-Olu noted that the state's commitment is evident in its continuous investment in food production, infrastructure, development and market systems aimed at reducing high food prices and establishing a sustainable food reserve management structure. Lagos State Health Facilities Monitoring and Accreditation Agency has urged residents to desist from patronizing unregistered health facilities and healthcare providers in the state. Permanent Secretary of Hefama, Abiola Idowu, said this at a sensitization program held at the Ushudi Solo Local Government Secretariat to enlighten residents about the agency's activities. Idowu stressed that the government had identified lapses in healthcare provision, which necessitated the establishment of Hefama to tackle the challenges. The Permanent Secretary explained that as part of initiatives to ensure compliance and effective monitoring, the agency had introduced a barcode that residents could use whenever they visit any healthcare facility to verify its registration status. Idowu also encouraged residents to subscribe to the government health insurance initiative for unrestricted access to medical care. The Theatre Commander, Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, Abdusalam Abubakar, says the security situation in the region has improved significantly following sustained counter-terrorism operations and stronger synergy among security agencies. Abubakar said the armed forces of Nigeria had maintained operational initiative across the theatre, denying terrorists freedom of movement and access to logistics that once fueled their campaign of terror. According to him, the lingering insecurity in the northeast is closely linked to border, regional and global development, including instability in the Sahel, the Middle East and the Russia-Ukraine war. Abubakar urged residents to continue cooperating with the military by providing credible intelligence and denying logistics support to terrorists. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has commenced a comprehensive personnel audit and skills gap analysis across ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, as part of efforts to strengthen data integrity, improve workforce planning and drive a merit-based civil service. The exercise, known as Personnel Audit and Skills Gap Analysis PASGA project, is officially launched in Abuja by the head of service of the Federation, DD Wilson Jack. Wilson Jack said the project would correct years of fragmented and outdated personnel data that had hampered effective deployment and planning in the service. She explained that the initiative would deliver accurate personnel records, identify skills gaps, and ensure targeted training and redeployment in line with government priorities. Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Olaolukoyede, has emphasized the need for a stronger partnership between the Commission, media and civil society organizations, CSOs, to effectively combat corruption in Nigeria. Speaking at a day capacity building workshop for journalists and CSOs, Olukoyede described the media and CSOs as critical stakeholders in the anti-corruption drive, noting that their roles in promoting transparency, accountability and civic responsibility are indispensable to national development. Olukoyede maintained that the workshop aimed to deepen engagement between the EFCC, media and CSO as to foster greater synergy in the fight against corruption. He urged participants to take full advantage of the engagement to ask questions, share perspectives and contribute ideas that would enhance the effectiveness of the anti-graft crusade. In foreign news, China and the United States have agreed to conduct another round of trade negotiations in the coming week as the world's two biggest economies seek to avoid another damaging tit-for-tat tariff battle. Beijing last week announced sweeping controls on the critical rare earth industry, prompting U.S. President Donald Trump to threaten 100% tariffs on imports from China in retaliation. Trump had also threatened to cancel his expected meeting with Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping in South Korea later this month on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. The U.S.-China trade war reignited this year as Trump promised sweeping tariffs on imports soon after returning to office. The two countries have since lowered their levies, but their truce has remained shaky. In sports now, Nigeria Super Falcons captain Rasheedat Ajibade, goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie and the senior women's national team are among the nominees for the 2025 CAF Awards following their outstanding performances in the year under review. The Confederation of African Football officially revealed the nominees for the women's categories, with Nigerian players and teams dominating the shortlist across multiple categories. Ajibade has been nominated for the African Player of the Year award alongside her Super Falcons teammate Esther Okoronkwo, who won the Woman of the Match award in the final of the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. In the Goalkeeper of the Year category, Nnadozie, who plays for Brighton Hove and Albion of England, has been nominated for the third consecutive year. Nigeria's under-17 women's team, the Flamingos, have also been nominated in the same category following their unbeaten run in qualifying for the FIFA under-17 Women's World Cup in Morocco. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, stay alive. Make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 250 women trained through an empowerment workshop on intercrop of maize and cassava with demonstration plots for practical knowledge? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has reiterated its commitment to inclusive collaboration, innovation and community participation towards achieving sustainable food systems and a brighter future for all residents. The federal government has commenced a comprehensive personnel audit and skills gap analysis across ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, as part of efforts to strengthen data integrity, improve workforce planning and drive a merit-based civil service. We also told you that China and the United States have agreed to conduct another round of trade negotiations in the coming week as the world's two biggest economies seek to avoid another damaging tit-for-tat tariff battle. In sport, Nigeria Super Falcons captain Rasheedat Ajibade, goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie and the senior women's national team are among the nominees for the 2025 CAF Awards for their outstanding performances in the year under review. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshe. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.